Hi everyone. Right, so production started. Well, assembly, packing started. Um, and yes, I'm knackered. I've done 3 days of it. Right, so here's a picture. There's a funny story to go with this. I'm gonna try and keep this to half hour, right? But if you've all chuck in your questions, I will answer them. Oh, audio's a bit low, is it? Um, Very low. Oh, why is it low? Huh. Is that any better? I'm not sure why it's low. Is that any better? Uh, I'm at max. um, um, that's weird. Um, okay, well I've got loads of level here. My level's pretty high here. I'll just have to better shout. No, I'm not shouting. I'm not shouting. I'm too knackered to shout. I'll tell you what. Let me have a quick. I got my levels are fine. Looks like my levels are fine here. Let me just check my settings. Internal volume, sound preferences. Here we go. Input. Yeti microphone. Ah, is that any better? Is that better? How's that? Is that better? Come on. I am. Hey, is that better? Oh, I can actually hear now. I can hear it through my other thing. Yes. Okay, that's cool. Right, I did it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why that's dropped. Sorry about that. I'm glad you all mentioned it anyway. Now you'd be deafened. You all said start shouting. Let's drop it back a little bit then. There you are. Hopefully is that better then? Hopefully that's okay. Right, so there's a funny story. Might as well start with that. There are a load of pictures, but I just haven't had time to collate the pictures. But when I in the it's my the industrial unit is my unit is on a farm with a whole load of units, and doesn't get that many of these big lorries turn up. They do turn up, but they don't get that many. Anyway, so 8:30 mum was supposed to arrive, so I've gone round to 8:30. A great big lorry, fantastic. So I guided him all the way round, and he got round, he reversed it in brilliantly because I thought we was going to have to shuttle with the van. But yeah, so he unloaded the truck. It was full of tyres. It just so happened that on the same day, one of the company around the corner that sells tyres, his lorry turned up. And anyway, so my lorry, I should have realised because it was green, and I obviously just completely forgot. And yeah, so there you go. Right, I'm just going to answer a quick question. Last time you said if I wanted to change size, just send message. If I want to change from 17 to 19, will it change delivery time? No, it won't change delivery time because doing a 17 is a pain in the butt. But you need to put it on your order in the notes, stating you want to swap from 17 to 19. Just put it in the notes, and email me as well. But put it in the note because I will do nothing unless it's in the notes. Okay, because then when I open it, I'll be changing it before then. But then it's official. You've put it in. You want to swap it, etc. I do this all the time. Anyway, so everything's arrived. As you can see by this picture, that's not even full. It's rammed in there, absolutely rammed. I think you've probably already seen the other picture. I think there's another one. I think I did another picture, not that one. Yeah, I'll come to that in a minute. Hey, look, how about that? That's what it looks like in there now. And I have another place that I store lots of stuff. So I've got about 500 in here and 100 in another unit. So it's gone down a bit actually. We've actually this is taking longer than I thought. I thought I'd be able to do 30 or 40 a day. Wrong. We're up to, at the moment, 20 a day, and that's with 2 of us. Hopefully we may push it to 30, but I think we're going to struggle. So I should get through the 600 in the time before the next lot comes. But it's a daunting challenge because we don't just, because we have to, every single monitor. I wish I hadn't done this now. I should have just made it like just all white, all 19 inch, just standard, or maybe black if you're lucky. But I've got it with Mr. Pies, and it's just taking forever to customize each order. We have to, we obviously have to test them. So we build 10. We put that. I don't know if I've got another picture. Oh yeah, here. Look at that. So is that showing? Yeah. So you can see at the bottom we have to, there's one missing, but we set 10 up and then we run through a whole barrage of tests, test every single part of the monitor before it gets then packed away and then put into the shipping area. Some will go out this week. I'm only, I would guess maybe 200 go out before Christmas. So if you're very early, I've had people who order, one guy ordered like a month ago, and then he saw a message and he thought, oh, I thought I was getting it for Christmas, and it says 4 to 6 months. And so yeah. It's going to take a little while to get these out to you. We are going to work as quick as we can. There is servers. We can't get any more of us in there. But it's just, I'm just really serious about the testing to make sure every single part is good. So it's going to take a while to get them out there. Right, as I said, I want to keep this relatively short. There's not an awful lot to tell apart from the fact I'm building them. As I said in the previous message, I am going to, once people start getting them, this is going to turn into Q&A for people actually using the things. So so if you've got any questions about the monitor, now as I also pointed out, and people were fairly positive about this, which is good. Not that one. So this one. So when the parcel arrives, let's have a quick look. Yeah, when the parcel arrives, the remote control, the power supply, and little plastic parts that you're probably not going to need, and a little cardboard box in here. Yeah, they're right in this area here where it says PSU here. Very important. You will find that like the S-video or the RF remote is in little side pockets inside. Your HDMI outs are going to be in there. If you've ordered a Raspberry Pi and a Mister, you're going to find they're sitting in the front, and I broken out a little bit of the polystyrene at the front to make room, because obviously we can't put them in separate boxes because the shipping. Now let's talk about shipping. My God. When I priced, they seem to like the idea of having Christmas bonuses, or I don't know what it is. Around the Christmas, they put all the prices up, and I quoted beginning. Now, luckily, things are, but they are expensive to ship these. And I had hoped it would come down and we can just credit some money, but it's not looking that way. Yes, this is going to be very expensive. It's very expensive, which I knew anyway. But I had hoped it would come down, but it's kind of gone up because it's Christmas. So yeah, so they're going to start shipping out this week. There'll probably be, I'm guessing, probably 40 or 50 this week will go out. Next week, probably another 50 to, no, more than that. Probably should start getting to a roll. Probably another 100 next week. So hopefully before Christmas, 150, something like that. But not huge amounts. If people think I'm going to get the whole lot out, this is 600 out. They don't realise how long it takes. Half hour for each one, and even with two of us, and we're working flat out in there. So yeah, it's going to take a while to get them. But this is why I say I am doing it religiously. Invoice order. The invoice number started at just over 3,200. So if you've got 3,250, I'm probably doing yours tomorrow. And yeah, that's about right. So you know that gives you an idea where you are. People are asking how long will it be. I've got 4,200. Yeah, you're way off. So, but we'll get through them as quick as we can. Right, let's have a look, see if there's any questions. Oh, let's go for these points. Yes, so there you go. Power supply. It's there. I don't know if you can actually see that. Oh, you can't see the mouse pointer. Is where it says PSU here. That's where the power supply is. Now, remember, there is no power cable in here. I've put it on the site. I've made it clear. Two reasons. Firstly, it takes up a lot of space. But second, more importantly, there's about 6 different types. It's no way we can do this. We just can't have the 6 different types and then have distribution. Just can't do it. So you're going to need to buy one, that connector. Everyone knows these cables. You should have them. If you're a retro fan, you should have lots of these. But you need one of them. Costs you about £5. Batteries. Because of the laws, because the shipping now, putting any old batteries in a product is pretty much a no-no. These are the batteries, AAAs. Just get yourself some, put in the remote controls. I can't put them in there. And also, this is an image of in every single monitor, there is, well, at the moment, everyone's getting the manuals because everyone paid early are getting manuals. But you're going to get this little stickers, and it's basically tells you put it on your manual. You put it on the rear of the monitor. Look in the manual. On the first page of the first inside cover tells you exactly where to put these, and you just stick them by. Now I've let you do them because if we do it, we're going to rush, and I know what it's like. If you get them slightly off, we can't spend the time doing it, and they are really neat. They came out in a big strip, so I'll let you put these on. Yeah, that's that. Also, a number of people asking about Discord. Here's the link. It's only got it's about 5 days left. If you want to join the Discord server, hopefully everyone will support each other, because if I get thousands of messages, I can't build cases, which means I'll probably ignore the messages, concentrate on the cases so other people can get them. So if you can all go on Discord and help each other, that'd be fantastic. But please don't overwork yourself and drop. I might drop dead. I'm probably not going to work quite as hard as with the cases, because I was working from like 7 at night after Alfie went to bed till about 3 in the morning, and then some during the day. I'm not doing that this time, hence having Andy helping me. But we can only make so many. Let's have a look at the questions. Right. Hello. Your sound's rubbish. Yeah, I know. We cracked that, I think. Sounds like you're in Hawaii. Lots and lots about sound. It's all sorted. Oh, come on. Last time you said yeah, I've done that one. If you want to change, email me, but put a note on your order. Actually, in a note, it says type here and press the button. Put a note there you want to switch. When I get that, then I switch it straight away. Okay. But do it before I ship. Those are the same resolution. This is true. One's just smaller. You can probably exchange for tyres. Yeah. Checkmate tyres for the retro racing enthusiasts. Yeah. Thank you. I'm agonising over it. Yeah, don't agonise over it. I don't know what your order number is, but you know, as long as you're not in the 3200s, right? You've got plenty of time. But I would do it now because after they've shipped, tough. Which container will hit 17-inch monitors? I'm already packing up 17-inch monitors. Yeah, because I had a load of 17-inch panels and bezels put in the first container along with a lot of other bits. And there was also about 45 black, so I'm also shipping black monitors. I've only got 45. Basically what they did was they put a load in, then they shoved a few on the back, the black ones. So we have got about 45. So people in the early ones are actually getting them. Now, we something I haven't mentioned. Well, I made a right mess up on the cables for the Mister. I completely forgot to order some of the there was some key cables. Now you'll notice I'm changing it so you don't get the USB cables anymore because you don't need them you can't because I've put that thing in the front. But you're going to get all the others that were on list. And I'm also going to reduce that because I don't see the point in it. You know, the VGA and the audio and the Ethernet. It's not really needed, and I put too many cables in there for the price. Anyway, so they're delayed, but they're being made right now. They're shipping probably in about 2 or 3 days, and they'll be here in a week. So I had about 9 Mister kits. Now I've packed up a load with Misters. So the early people got their Misters, but there's going to be a bit of a gap, and I now have to. I'm going to make a load slot. If yours has a Mister in it, there may be a week delay. Because I can't ship separately. Please don't ask because it's too expensive. We already got a lot of money to spend on shipping. So yeah, I kind of made a cock up on that. If you've ordered a Raspberry Pi, it's fine. I got loads of them. And I had all the other bits. I had the frame. It's just that it was the power cords. Dropped the ball, but they're being done right now, and they should be here in about a week to 10 days. How the bags arrive so they can be shipped? Bags are being packed up already. Yeah, I made sure that. Height-wise looks deliberate design. It's funny how it looks inside compared to the back of the truck. That truck's huge. That 40-foot container is enormous. It's crazy. 17 and 19 is the same number of pixels. Just okay. You answered the other questions. So why are you talking? Go on checking packaging. No, typical Atari user. I'm doing about 8-9 hours a day. That's enough. It's the thing. I think the 17 looks more natural for the form. Yeah. Do you know what? But they do look better. But it's nicer using the 19. It's bigger. I'm old. Dodgy eyes. Could you post a picture that shows the bezel difference? No, because there's a 3D one on the website and on the Kickstarter. It's all there. I haven't got time for that now. Will there be options for display resolutions? I'd like to watch my movies in high quality. It's a 1280 by 1024. Put it on a widescreen monitor. Yeah. There will be no different. That's it. 1280 1024. That's the display resolution. VIP Patreon Lounge is popping. Can't wait. Thank you for testing and make sure everything's right. Raspberry Pi released their own monitors recently. They're probably jealous of the Raspberry Pi fitting kit. It's just slightly different. I feel I'm not in 2020. Oh God, 4680. Yeah, you're quite a way off. Be next year. Honestly, mine both are 17. Get delayed well into New Year's. Easter. Well, there's they get delivered in order. I promise everyone I do this. I go through order now. So as long as we've got everything in, the Misters are going to be a bit of a week. There's going to be a week delay. The early people have got them, but there's going to be about probably a week delay for people with Misters after the first 30. So a bunch I've shipped out of a few of them. But yeah, they're going to be a little bit delayed. I can't ship them separately. Which invoice is he at now? I missed it. 1250. Sorry, 3250. Checkmate cases, you take this very serious, which is good, but please don't know. But yeah, okay. Is it invoice number? Invoice number. I'd say IRC is much better than Discord. Yeah, but I'm not on there. And to be fair, even on the Discord, Starius, bless his heart, he's kind of maintaining the Discord. I just don't have time. I try to pop in there and answer questions. But if you need if there's stuff going on there, then just ping me and I'll jump on. But I really don't get a lot of time. Okay, good. Glad to see that. Blood Roll's not right now. Change job. Okay, since I have the first, yeah. And yours is packed, Darius. Sitting there waiting to ship. Will there ever be cases with a tower form factor? I'm interested in running network storage. I've considered it. I mean, it's something I'd like to do, but I just don't know. I mean, I've done 2 cases, a monitor. I will probably do the keyboards, but I don't know. I've got enough to do at the moment. I'd like to do a tower. I think I might be able to improve it a bit. Have you had any failed monitors yet? Yes. We've had two different boards. We had an three. Sorry, 2 boards. We've had an S-Video board. We've had to put in the bucket, and we've had a slot 0. It was pretty much working, but it was just it was having a problem with the VGA, so we took that, and that's fine. That's gone in. That can go off. And we've had a couple where the connectors haven't been pulled off, so that when you plug the headphone in the front, it wasn't shutting down. So that's what I mean. We go through and test all that. We make sure everything's all doing as it should. I've got Happy Scaler, but want to make sure I get the RF and also want a bag. What do I need to change on? You don't change the order. You add an order. If you want, I don't know what number you're at. 347. You better not hang about. Create an order. This is for chairless. Right? Create a new order. Right? For the bits you want. Now with a bag, you're going to probably have to pay extra shipping, because it turns out, God, I've turned myself over a little bit here. My original deal was with the company that up to a certain size, so the bag was included in Europe and UK, but that's kind of changed, and so I'm okay, but yeah, that's going to cost me a little bit more. So if you want to add, do it now, because you are quite low. You only like about a week, 2 weeks away before I ship. So get it in there, because afterwards you have to pay shipping again. At this point, you're being asked to create a computer of its. Yeah, pretty much. Will the customs office be a pain in the rear? Hopefully not. There shouldn't be any reason why. You will get. Well, I don't know what country you're talking about, to be honest. But if you're talking to Staris, I assume that means America. It'd be good advertising though, since everything is on the store page. Okay. You're on these cars, right in the middle, fingers crossed. Oh, you're saying it might arrive before Christmas. Oh, 3305. Right, I can't guarantee it, Brian. Can't guarantee it. But I'm on 3250 now. So it's only about another 40 or 50 more. We'll get that done next week. Good chance. It will appear this year. I'm pretty confident. Where is Discord link found? Well, that's Staris. Could you drop a Discord link in for me? Keyboard, Hammer, wallet. Yeah, I'll take your wallet. Yeah, definitely. So you got a couple of strong credit cards. Any news on distributors for Australia and North America? Not for this 2000, but we've got the Arcuda team in Australia want to sell the monitors, but I've got to get this lot shipped myself. That's going to be probably later in the year. If you want it, we've got European distribution. Arcuda team want to sell them in Australia. I've got a company in America potentially, but I'm going to have to hold his hand a bit. If you do keyboards, will they be Mitsumi keycap? No, it's going to be true cherries, right? True cherry. I'm not trying to make an Amiga keyboard. It'll be a USB or PS2, which means you could probably adapt it, but I'm not making an Amiga keyboard. Extra shipping is fine, only reasonable. Well, no, okay. And to check my 1500 plus in tower form for the rest. No. Okay. I deleted my Discord account like a year ago. So, okay. I'd be pleased to see a keyboard in the style of... Well, you missed out because I sold about 500 of them. Slightly different. I haven't got here, actually. Can't show you this one. I've sold loads of them. Yeah, but they were Amiga style. I've ordered 2 and I'm in the USA. What shipping service are you using here and how long did they estimate? Right, okay, so they're going by DHL. DHL do it within a week. Yeah, so you'll get them within a week. And they're pretty good. DHL pretty good to the States. Right. Okay, so you've got 5 more minutes to answer the questions, and then I'm going to go down, sit down, probably fall asleep in front of the TV. So if you've got some questions, let's bring this back up again. Don't forget, power supply in here. You can't see me moving the mouse, but where it says PSU here, that's where the power supply is, and your remote control. Okay. Yes, DHL by far best. Thank you. Yeah, DHL are good. We pretty much we're direct with DHL now, which has helped on the costs. I'm right under 3,250, but missed the kit. So hopefully next week and then in time for Christmas. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have packed literally, Ted. I know you don't want to be putting your name here, but I've pretty much packed them. And I've run out of misters now, and I'm pretty sure everyone under that number, because I'm starting to do that number, everyone's got a Mister kit. It's just unfortunate. It's my bad, totally my bad. I just completely forgot to order more of these cable kits. I ordered them for the Pi. I don't know why. I have drawers full of them, but I just didn't. I dropped the ball. Totally dropped the ball. Going to be great seeing vids pop up. Oh yeah, okay. On the vids, as I've mentioned, right. Let's cover this subject. I've asked people not to do knee-jerk videos or knee-jerk posts, because the monitor is pretty, once you know how to use it, it's easy, right? But it's a lot going on. The basics are really straightforward, okay? Really, basics are really straightforward. But there's certain things that you need to get used to, okay? Like pressing the VGA. I'll give you an example. Because we have a VGA bus with about 6 channels of VGA, right? It's quite, right? So when you press VGA, it looks for the next one that's active. And if you've got an S video, it jumps instantly to the RF display and does that snow. Press it, the VGA again, and it will jump to the next board, and it will look for, here we go, I'm gone. It will look for whatever's on the bus. Right, it'll find it. Then it'll come up either RGB or SCART. But you can skip. But it can take 4 seconds for it to switch. It's not instant because there's a lot of stuff going on. It has to handshake, and so once you get used to it, just all I say, as I've said in the message, don't do knee-jerk videos. If you have any problems and you're confused or something, or you need some advice, go to Discord or email me. I'll make sure that we turn around the responses to the help response as quick as we possibly can. The fastest is probably going to be Discord with everyone else once people start using them. I am pretty quick on responses. If you can't get any response from me, you can't find out what's going wrong, no one's helping you, vlog away. Yeah, vlog away. But just give us a chance to help you go forward, okay? Because even clever people have kind of gone, oh, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. So just bear that in mind. There's a lot of ports, a lot of things to do, and you know it's not complicated. some things will be a little bit. I mean, it's in the manual. Read the manual, be good. Most of it's in there, but yeah, don't do knee-jerk videos because, and the main reason being that there's a lot of haters out there because it's not a CRT, right? I mean, it's stupid because I can't make CRTs. You can't make them. You're not allowed to make CRTs, so there is no more CRTs. So, but people dislike this project because it's not, and I don't want to add fuel to the fire. So, of course, if you think it's amazing, you can tell people. The more PR, the better. But if you've got negative PR, come to us first, right? Come to us and everyone else and just see if you can sort it out. If you figure it out, by all means, at the end of it, once everyone's sorted everything out, it's up to your monitor. If you want to slag it off, that's fine. But at least give us a chance to explain, because it could be something simple, right? So enough of that. Right. Just to clarify, all extras we ordered are in the same box. Yes, all extras are in the same box. So if you don't get your order in, you're going to miss. It's going to be extra. When you said Raspberry Pi in your order will delay, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. I said the Raspberry Pis, I've got loads of them. It's the misters. I've just shipped out a load of 30 monitors with misters. I have no more misters for about another week. So any orders that I'm going to do now are going to get put on a shelf, and then they'll wait for the misters to come in. And as soon as the misters come in, I'll go fly through them. But we do every single order in invoice order, but it's only because the mister, it's the cables. I've got the frames, it's just the cables. I haven't got all the cables I need, which is really annoying, and it's my fault. But they're being made like literally post haste, so they won't be that long. 3835. Oh, they'll be here by then. They'll be here by the time I get to that number. I think they'll be here. Do you want us to tweet our unboxing or whatever for Blue Sky equivalent is? Look, get it, play with it. If there's a problem, get in touch with myself or support on the Discords or support your usual support groups, right? But if there's any issues, all I'm saying is get help from us or other people first before the knee-jerk ones. And I know most people won't do this anyway, but there are some people who go, oh, that was rubbish, and go straight on then. It'll fuel because it'll just do this, and I don't want to kill this project up straight away. So if you've got, I know it's going to sound terrible now, if you've got really positive things to say, yeah, by all means. But wait until you've got used to it. Wait until you really, you understand the monitor, the good points. I mean, as I said, there's the good, bad, and the ugly bits. We know that. There's decisions we had to make. Yeah, I think overall it's going to be really good. One thing I will talk about, actually, and this is a bit of a frustration. So when you get the monitor, the composites, the S video, the RF, and all that HDMI, they'll all be filled screen, all nailed, right? But the CGA and SCART RGB, they're the ones where you're going to have to do a little bit of tweaking with the GBS control. Okay, again, it's in the manual, and I will do a video all about it. By default, we basically get the 724 by 576 or 724 by 480, depending on NTSC or PAL, and they're stretched. But what they've done is they kind of cropped it in a little bit, they scaled it in a little bit. And so if you're overscan, it's going to be slightly inside. If it's not overscan, you're going to have quite a bit of black borders around it, because every single monitor is different on the SCART. So it's going to like appear there. Now, my aim was, before we actually, I've been to China, 4 times now. The last time I was there, we did some fine tuning, which has improved it, and it makes it always ping up nice. And you can adjust, you can do profiles, right? You can create a profile for all your different computers, as many as you like. And you've got that nice little dial there that you can just dial around and play with. However, what I had planned on doing was to go to China with a load of retro, say 3 or 4 computers, and then get them to really nail that display, to ping it perfect, as good as overall as we can, and then it won't be quite as much fine tuning. The problem is, because not everyone's paid their balances, right? I'm not prepared to now spend £1,000 just to go out, or £1,500 just to go out there and get these fine tuning done. So that's one side effect of this. It's not affecting your orders, but I'm not prepared to spend that money to go out to this fine. But that can wait, and it will just be an update. You get a file, you download it, you put it on your USB stick, right? You shove it in the monitor, turn the monitor on, it flashes a few times, and then it comes up and it's all good. So you will get that eventually, but that's going to be a bit later on. For now, you need to go in GBS control, do the fine tuning for each, because each system's going to be put it somewhere different. It's going to look a bit, so just tune it however you want it. Save a profile, and then you can select the profiles from the button on the front. I think a lot of people just plug it in and just use it, and that'll be fine. They can play it, it's all good. It's just for people who like to scale to fill the screen. Right. Does the base monitor come with Apple scaler? No, the base monitor is the base monitor. There's no scaler. It does say this, but yeah. We missed a kit. Okay, yeah, you'll be fine. But do you want us to tweet unboxing or? I mean, I don't mind if you want to do that. All I'm nervous of is people having something either they're not sure about, or it's a simple explanation for something. They have a problem, then they go and tell everyone, oh, it's rubbish, and then then a week later they go, oh, actually it's brilliant. Do you know what I mean? And then they go, because you can't then remove that. The damage is done, and So I'm just trying to be, give it the best chance possible. Similarly complex than when I bought a new computer back in the day. You need a few weeks to. Yeah, I mean, it's not that complicated. I mean, it really isn't. It's really not. If you read the manual, it's not complicated. The only mildly complex thing is if you want to tune the SCART input or the CGA. If you want to tune them in to fill the screen better, or if you got an Amiga resolution and you want to make because you can do full overscan and you want to fill the screen, you just have to do a little bit of tuning with GBS control and you can get it just right. Save the profile, bang, you've got it perfect. It's it's just a little bit of work there. Sad that laser phosphor displays are patented. Exactly, it's amazing. It's see, so misheard. I would like to check make style external GoTech enclosure. Oh no. Does the monitor have auto switching when a device has been turned? Okay, right. So here's an interesting question actually, Uncle Ron. No, the answer is kind of no. Why? It's simple. You've got to switch it. Yeah. However, when you're on HDMI, by default, the HDMI, because there's up to 6 HDMI ports. There is an auto mode. If all you're doing is HDMI, there's an auto mode which is disabled by default. You have to turn it on. By default, it's manual. You just switch through the 6 ports. Okay. It will not auto switch when you put something on. It just won't. You have to switch it manually. But you can experiment with the auto. It's quite straightforward to do. It's in the manual. I'll explain it. But you can set it. But I told them to turn it to manual because we plug stuff in and out. It just gets annoying, and I don't like automatic switches. So let's treat it as manual. But the HDMI kind of does have it depends how you're going to use it. I'm licking mine live on the air. Can't wait to party. I can't wait to test mine in a blizzard underwater in high heat and whether it's bulletproof too. Yeah, I actually think it won't be bulletproof. There is steel inside, but it's plastic outside. Game is the bit. I always do that with fresh unboxed electronics. Yeah. When you do get it, open it up. Look how clean look. Don't take out slot 0. Okay, just leave it, right? But if you want to have a look, you can see how nice and shiny the boards are. The boards are really nice. Do CRTs really need glass tube? Why not metal casing? Oh God. Oh, have I just jumped? Oh, sorry. This thing did its usual jump. With a glass tube, why not a metal case with glass on the front? No, that just doesn't work, obviously. Love the t-shirt. I just bought an old NSU scooter. Oh, yeah. Interference. Metal and electricity. Oh, okay, same. Mac. I kissed my checkmate case box when I... Will the GPS control show a version number for our version firmware software? So, right, GPS control is set. It's the latest version. Well, as far as it was, a couple of months ago. Shouldn't theoretically have to change that. The firmware for the slot 0, which is the main firmware, that can be updated. As I said, that's going to get updated every now and then, and you'll get it and you'll be able to update it. You must let it do. Don't power off anything stupid like that when it's flashing. Yeah, that's that'll be updatable, but it doesn't really need much. It's only this VGA adjusting to, because obviously they don't see retro hardware out there, so I've got them to do a 724-566 or 724-480, and they've done that mode, but it kind of just, if yours is just dropped in the middle, you know what I mean, it's like even if it's low res, it doubles it, right? But we want to see if we can fine tune that even more, make that by default just feels a bit more set. But it's a tricky one. That is a tricky one. Read the manual first. Always a good idea. Because there's multiple pods in the back, is it possible to have Raspberry Pi and a Mister installed simultaneously? As long as you don't have a scaler. If you have a scaler, you can't have both. You've only got 2 spare pods. The first pod is slot 0, which is the main board. And you've got 2. Usually 90% of people have got a scaler in the second pod. And then your third pod you have for your Mister. That's like telling gamers to read the patch notes first. You probably answered before, but might there be a mini ITX PC pod later? No. No. It's too big. It would stick out the back 50mm. They're too big. Does the monitor have auto switching when a device? I've already answered that one. Paper manuals seem to be a lost art these days. Yeah. But if you paid, I haven't lost the art. It's 92 pages now. I took out my story. Right. If you paid by bank transfer wise, you're going to get one of these. Everyone's getting one. If you pay by Visa, unfortunately, it's PDF. That's because it costs a lot of money for that, and I didn't add on any charges for credit cards. So yes, there are 2 slots. The mini RT form is way too big for a pod. Yep, way too big. Bloody big fingers. So who's going to be the first to make a 3D printed bezel kit to be able to change monitor color? God knows. I ordered the retro scaler and later order will be combined. Yes, it will be combined. All orders are being combined as long as you send them, as long as you've ordered it before ship. The pod is 12 centimeters. It's not even that. It's maybe it is 12, but that's pushing it. It's more like about 11. Yeah. I'm really excited about this monitor. I've always felt playing old games on a generic TV monitor, but yeah. Any new feedback from Nostalgia Nerd? No, he's been really busy on other things. So, he has done his bit. But he'll, because I've got to send him another black monitor. He's going to get his black monitor from the next batch. So I don't hold up a lot of people. Yeah, the manual does. It is, look, it is absolutely, I might do it as a, later on as a, you can buy one, but it's in colour too. I've done that as a thank you. So if you pay by credit card, I'm sorry, but it cost me 20 odd quid, 25 quid to process it, which all comes out of profit. Whereas the people who paid by Wise not only saved this project, I kid you not, saved this project, but also it didn't cost me any money to process the payments. So they had to actually pay extra because it was a, so that's why it's a Thank you very much. Okay. Join the Patreon, dudes. That manual will be my Christmas read. I think the Chinese tech manufacturers are always pushing forward and not looking back. I wonder what they think of us weird Westerners. Do you know what? One of the company that sorts out my panels. One of the guys there is mad about retro, and he wants one of these. So I think we might sell. We might sell a few in China. I don't know yet. Make sure there's a note on your main order with the new orders so they can be built in. Yeah, look, look, because what it does is when I open up your order, I join all your unshipped orders together. Okay, I've got people with 3 or 4 orders all been linked up, so they'll all go out as long as your order's paid for before I ship the monitor. They'll all go together. I bet that manual smells like candy. Hang on, 1 second. Yeah, it smells awesome. I freaking can't wait. Yeah. Will we get an email with shipping number? So okay, so when the order's placed, because I've got a new system now, I don't have to type it manually. I press a button. I've actually integrated into their systems. So I press a button, and as soon as it does that, and once it's prints the thing for me, it then puts the tracking number in your order, so you can go to your order page, the main section, look for tracking link, click on that. But DHL pretty good. They usually send you, usually send you an email to say you've got an order because they want you to sort the VAT if you're outside the UK. So yeah, the answer to that is yes. Right. I think that's pretty much. Is there anything else anyone wants to ask? What we got here? If there's anything else, because otherwise I'm just going to go. I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to sit down because I'm knackered. To be blunt, I do like that lorry. That was great fun turning that around. Right, guys, look, I'll tell you what. I'm going to call it a night. I won't do a stream next week. I think my queue keeps getting bumped. Oh, okay. Any idea when my black order? No. But I would expect we'll be in this. It looks like you'll be in this if it's not black. If it's not a black monitor, 3696 should make it this year. If it's white, it should make it from this container. The next container's coming at the end of January, and then that'll be 700 monitors then, which would be pretty much almost everyone. Then there's another container coming 6 weeks after that. So yeah, you should get out. I think you'll get out of this container as long as it's not black. If it's black, no, it'd be the next container. But we're just going to get them out as quick as we can, honestly. And remember what I said. If there's something wrong with it, or you think there's something wrong with it, get in touch, speak to us. Because as I said, I am literally checking every single monitor on all the different things, head jack, everything. We're making sure we're checking everything to make sure it's all working okay. So when it gets to you, there shouldn't be any reason for it not to work, and you'll see how good the packaging is when you get it. So it should be pretty much solid. So anyway, is the contain new batches that don't include original kickstarts beyond the main? No, actually, funny enough, because a lot of people ain't paid. There's about 300 orders have not been paid their balances, and so the people on the pre-orders are jumping in front of them. So you know, people are not paying their balances. My wife seems to think that maybe they're waiting. Better have the money in our bank than his bank, my bank. Great, but there you go. GP has internal VAT and on export. Okay, so if you're in the UK, you'll pay UK VAT. If you're outside the UK with a name like Marco van du Hout, we don't charge you VAT. If it's outside the UK, we don't charge VAT. When it arrives to your European country, before it gets there, you'll be asked to pay, and you'll just pay your normal VAT. There will be a handling charge, probably about €12. They do that for every single order. It's just one of those things. And then you pay that VAT, and then you're laughing. Right. I'm gonna go now because I really need to get. I need to go and get some sleep. So, thanks so much for joining. See you. As I said, I probably won't do a stream next week. Although some people will be receiving them, so possibly, but more probably not, because I just But I like to do one every 2 weeks, and I haven't done one for 2 weeks. That's it. Thanks very much for your time. I look forward to getting them out to you, and I truly hope you like them as much as I do. Thanks a lot. Speak to you soon. I'm going to end this stream in 5, 4, 3.